What is up, guys? Welcome back for another video. So every year I like to do like an up-to-date, how to start a pressure washing business. So this is the how to start a pressure washing business for 2022 video. I'm gonna keep this pretty simple, but I want to go over a few things that's gonna be helpful for beginners, and that's kind of what I try to aim my channel for, is towards beginners. And I do want to say this, guys, that I am no expert, I am no guru, I'm not the most knowledgeable in this industry, none of that. There's people who have way less subscribers and whatever, but they have way more knowledge. So let's get that out the way. I'm no expert. Everything I talk about is really just about my own journey and about learning from my mistakes and helping other people who are just getting started avoid the mistakes I made. Because if you can do that, then you can get to the results a lot faster, and there's no point in having to repeat mistakes that someone else has already made if they're avoidable. So that's the whole premise of this channel, is just about education and constantly learning and just sharing the things that I have learned. So with that being said, guys, some of the things I want you to consider about and think about before you look at starting your own pressure washing business upcoming year is, one, I want you to think about, are you in a region where pressure washing is a good opportunity? There's all types of numbers that get thrown around in this business, and yes, you can make really good money, but should you just get started because there's good money? Or should you just, think about jumping into pressure washing just because you see so-and-so over here making X amount of dollars and this guy making this amount of dollars? The answer is no. You need to do some market research and see if pressure washing is a competitive business in your area. Is there demand? Because yes, it could be a good business, but if there's no demand in your area, then it's not a business you should pursue. And so one example of that I would say that of an area that I don't think is a good place to start it is California. And I don't live in California, so maybe someone in California can give a better perspective on this, but I see a lot of regulations and stuff, especially with the new law they put out on, sales on gas powered machines and stuff. I'm not convinced that California is the best market for this business. So I don't want you to just think that, oh, pressure washing is good money, I'm gonna start a business. Like, it might not be the business for that area, right? So let's get that out the way. Do your research and really think about, is this the right business for me? Is this something I want to commit to? Because it's gonna be a commitment. And if you don't have that mindset to stick with a business and you're just chasing the shiny object syndrome, you're never gonna have success in anything, because everyone's gonna show you what they can be, what can be done in this business and that business. And if you're just constantly, your attention is everywhere, you don't have enough focus or enough energy into one particular business or venture to see it all the way through. So I want you to think about that before you just jump into this business. And honestly, when I started this business, I didn't even see myself doing it for the amount of time I've been doing it now, which is not super long, like 4 years or so, maybe a little bit longer, but like 3 to 4 years, like 3.5 years full time, something like that. I just seen it as something I'll make a little bit of money real quick and get out. But as I stuck with it and continued to learn and constantly trying to elevate my education, I'm like, okay, cool. This is something I can stick with a little bit longer just to get, what I need. I still don't plan to be in this business super, super long, but, it's helping me to achieve the things I want to accomplish. But with that being said, guys, so number one, like I said, is do research and see if it's a good business. And maybe pressure washing opens you up to different ideas. Like, maybe pressure washing isn't the business for your area, but maybe a mobile detailing business is. And when it comes to starting any business, whether it be pressure washing or mobile detailing, whatever, I want you to think about this. Think about how you can be specialized in your industry. And that's one thing that I've learned, and I'm coming to learn, is that specialization really separates you. If there's something, a service you can be really good at, or something you can do that most people can't, then you separate yourself, and you also demand more or a higher pay or premium for your service because it's specialized. Not many people can do it. Pressure washing is sort of a low barrier to entry business in a sense, as far as, I would say, from the outside, people, even that's myself when I first started, I just thought, like, buy a pressure wash and I'm good to go. Didn't know about proper equipment, didn't know about proper chemicals, didn't know about insurance or proper process. I thought if I buy a pressure washer and a ladder, I'm in business, and I thought that was it. And I just make some quick money, make $50 and $75 a house wash. All right, so that's one thing I did not know. So the number two thing I'm going to tell you about is education. And that has to do, education and specialization go hand in hand. So you want to make sure you get as much education as you can on this business before you start. Now don't, paralysis analysis, don't or is it analysis paralysis? Don't consume so much information where you just think you need to know everything before you start, but know enough foundationally that you can get off the ground and have a better chance of success at the business. Like, for example, when I started, I didn't know like I just said, I didn't know the proper ways to wash. I didn't know the proper chemicals. I didn't know the proper pricing, none of those things. And those are all super important factors to having a successful business. So I went a couple years just, you know, kind of BSing because I didn't put the proper time and research in before I started the business. I was, you know, like, oh, I don't need no education. I can just, it's simple. It's just a pressure washer, right? What more could there be to it? Wrong, wrong, wrong. It's the wrong mindset to have. Okay? So be open-minded, be coachable, be willing to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is never a waste. Even if you only learn one thing, there's times I've bought, you know, different courses in different industries. And even in this industry, you know, I bought a course on, I paid like $200 when I didn't really have the money to, but I wanted the education. I paid $200 to buy a course on how to wash houses. Did I need to spend $200 on a course just to wash houses? No. Did I really gain any value from that course? Not really, you know? But did I feel like the money was a waste? No, I didn't. And that might sound weird to some people, but I never consider investing money in myself a waste. And maybe I pulled just one piece of information out of that helped me. But that, you know, that really changed, you know, it's just all about mindset. I'm really big on mindset when it comes to everything I do in life. So we talked about what? Research, education, and then I'm gonna give you some practical business tips when it comes to if you really are just gonna start this business. One, okay. Make sure you start off with a CRM. You want to have all your customers organized, and it's really going to help you run your business more efficiently. Okay. 2, have insurance. You don't want to just start this business without insurance because anything could go wrong when running this business. You could accidentally forget to lock in the nozzle, and then you're pointing directly at the house and you bust a window. All right. So make sure you have insurance just to protect yourself, and that way, if anything does go wrong, you're not immediately going bankrupt in your business. Right. So CRM. Proper insurance. I'm just going to kind of continue to reiterate education, and specifically on the education part, know how to price jobs. Okay. Pricing is one that really helped me back and kind of even does still this to times where like, I don't feel like I'm charging enough, but I also don't want to be the person who's like overcharging. Cause I hear some ridiculous numbers in this industry where I just think exorbitant numbers where people are just like charging ridiculous prices that I think are kind of like nearly just taking advantage of customers. And this doesn't sit right with me. I'm not the type of business person, so I personally can't do that. If I feel like I'm taking advantage of somebody, I doesn't sit right with me. So like for me, morals and stuff come before just strictly profit when it comes to running a business. So sometimes, yes, I might charge less than what I should have, but I still feel good about myself. The next thing I'm going to say with pricing, though, a lot of guys talk about being the $99 guy and how bad it is, and I will agree. Being the $99 guy isn't it, right? It's not the way to go. But for myself, when I first started, here's a couple factors why I charge $99. 1, I didn't know what to charge. 2, I was like 18, so $100 was a decent amount of money to me when I first came across pressure washing, right, and was doing it as a side hustle. 3, I didn't have the equipment, nor did I have the full amount of knowledge to justify charging professional industry prices. So reasonably so, I was $99. So it kind of made sense that, and I thought back then I was doing a pretty good job. Now, if I look back on where I've come from, I'm going to say that it was a good job for what I had, but it's not, make your better better. Make your better better, like improve your best. Your best shouldn't always remain your best. Your best should always be getting better. So like now I look back on that, it's not good. I wouldn't consider it good work anymore because I've learned so much. Another piece of advice we can talk about when it comes to equipment, and I'm actually going to change my battery real quick because it is about to run. Well, not my battery, my memory card is running out of memory. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the other thing I want to mention is equipment. So when it comes down to what equipment you should buy for your business and what your initial budget should be, I don't want to tell anyone or discourage anyone from starting this business. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to come to you as is a point of someone who has matured and who sees things from a different light now. So take this with a grain of salt. Take it however you want, really. But if you don't have enough money to invest in good equipment, and I'm going to say at least a 4 GPM machine, yes, I'm going to be one of those guys now. And I didn't like those guys. I didn't like hearing this when I first started. You need a 4 GPM machine, man. Stop using that garbage. Like, some people said it in a very mean way, but now that I have used the 4 and I now have an 8 GPM machine, I am kind of biased. And here's why. Having a 4 GPM machine at least is going to save you so much time. And time is money. Like, this business is mainly you're charging, the money you're making is about like the labor you're exchanging, not really the cost of running the business, right? It's your labor. So either you could take 3 hours to do a house, or you can take 1 hour, or you can take 45 minutes. So the better equipment you have, the faster you're able to finish, the more quality job you're able to do. You're able to get in and get out. I don't want to spend all day pressure washing a house or cleaning a driveway. It just doesn't make any sense. So I see things from a different light now. So me personally, if I was to restart this business and had the knowledge I did now, honestly, I would want to go immediately to an 8 GPM. But if I didn't quite have that budget, I would get a 4 GPM machine, reinvest the money very quickly, and upgrade. And if I can reiterate any word and you get anything out of this video, is reinvest. If you start any business, reinvest in yourself, in your education. Go to conferences, buy different books, buy courses, whatever things that's going to help you grow your business. And it doesn't have to be specifically pressure washing related. It could be a business conference that just gives you more business acumen, makes you smarter, makes you know how to run your business better. Invest in, a team, things like that, But then invest in your equipment. It's going to help you run a better business. It's going to be a little more professional. Some of the things you can invest in is your marketing, is your appearance. Like for the longest time, like I didn't have graphics, and once I got graphics, I was so much happier or more prideful in my business because it just looked better. It was more appealing. And when I compared it up against what I had before, I was embarrassed, honestly. But you live and you learn. It's all about growth and not being stagnant, remaining the same. It's all about continuing to grow. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So if all you have right now is, a little bit of money, my honest advice is try to save up more money. Start with things that you can do that don't require you to make a large investment. So you might have to do some things that require a little more grind. Maybe start off selling gutter jobs, build up enough money doing gutter jobs, and then take that money and invest in pressure washing equipment, or blow leaves, shovel snow, whatever, detail cars, whatever you can do that allows you to build up capital. Drive for Uber. I don't care what it is. Deliver DoorDash. Humble yourself, humble yourself. Get your ego and your pride out the way and do whatever it takes. Stop worrying about what people think about you, because it doesn't freaking matter. No one's they're not paying your bills. Haters aren't going to pay your bills, all right? So do whatever it takes to start your business and get off the ground. Focus on the long-term vision, so a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and not what you're going through this 1 month or 2 months. If you have to grind your ass off for a couple of months to save up enough capital to start this business or XYZ business, it doesn't matter, all right? So if you need to get an extra job, if you need to deliver pizzas, do it. Do whatever it takes. So many people, including myself, have sold themselves short while, wanting to impress others or XYZ, when I should be, or we should be focused on the long-term vision of what we're doing. And so don't sell yourself short, trying to impress people, or, or your ego or your pride gets in the way, and you can't get an extra job or a side hustle to build up enough capital to fund the business you say you want to do. If you're not willing to do that, then there's no point in even, starting the business, because you're going to be chasing your own tail if you're not willing to have, a little bit of sacrifice early on for the long-term, for the better long-term thing that you're working towards. So that's what I'm going to say on that. As far as equipment goes, save up some cash so you can just start with reliable equipment. I can't tell you guys the amount of times I went through unreliable equipment. I get to a job, middle of it, I done burnt out the pressure washer because I'm working it too hard. These consumer grade machines are not meant to be used every single day, hours a day, right? It's not going to last you. So you're going to be burning through pressure washers. You're going to be frustrated because you're going to get to jobs and have unreliable equipment. And what happens? Then you have unreliable equipment. People aren't going to want to hire you. They're going to think you're unprofessional. So, look the part, be a professional company, believe in your business, invest in your business. And so what that looks like is having the proper equipment. Yes, there's some things that you need and don't need. Some things that can be gimmicks. There are some expensive soaps and stuff that you might not necessarily need. Some people, it boosts their ego to have the expensive stuff. So more power to them on that. But that's what I'm gonna say as far as equipment goes. I'm gonna be very biased on saying start with you can. But I'm just some random person on YouTube. Don't let this stop you from starting the business. If all you can afford is a $200 pressure washer that's used off of Craigslist, by all means do what's necessary. Because I started with lower equipment. I'm just saying from my perspective now, if I could start over, I would have saved up more money. Now it's always, hindsight's 20/20. But if you're watching this video, that's just my advice to you. But you're grown person, adult, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. What you do with your business doesn't affect my life in any type of way. But that's just my 2 cents on that. All right, so the next part I'm going to talk about, before you start this business, understand chemicals, right? Understand chemicals, what proper chemicals you need for the job. We're not just using bleach in this industry. That's one of the main chemicals: bleach, sodium hypochlorite, 12%, whatever you want to, whatever you want to say. But bleach is our go-to for our house washes and cleaning concrete and stuff. But there's other things that we'll come across that bleach is not going to solve. And my ignorance early on, if it didn't come out with bleach, I'm like, well, it must be permanent. It's not coming out. Sorry. Try my best. Not coming out. And I thought that was the truth back then, so I wasn't lying to the customer. I just really believed that wasn't coming out. So things like red dirt stains, rust, oil stains, those are all take specialty chemicals. It's not gonna be solved by bleach. So just know that in advance, do your research. Also know the proper method of soft washing versus pressure washing. So understand that when you're washing vinyl siding or Stucco or these different things, that you're not using we're rarely using high pressure in the industry to clean. So you don't want to be using high pressure. You can do a lot of damage. Also know what bad works looks like. So you don't do a job, think you did a good job. Customer lies to you, tells you you did a good job, but never calls you back. Those are things that can happen and will happen. So understand what bad works looks like so you can have a comparison, and when you didn't do a good job, even if the customer tells you. And sometimes the customer might tell you that you did a good job just because they themselves don't know a better result can be achieved. So, there's a lot of things just to understand. There's a lot more details that go into this business than just buying a pressure washer and getting in the business. And being as somebody who's constantly learning, and I've made a bunch of mistakes, if I see people who just started making mistakes, I try to help them. And some people just aren't open-minded. Some people don't want your help, don't want your, education or tips, and okay, whatever, learn the hard way. That's cool. I'm just trying to be of assistance so you don't have to be out here looking a fool, but it is what it is. All right. So, once again, it's going to be really, really all about, kind of sum this video up, is really about education and do your research. Understand downstreaming, X-jetting, a soft wash machine, like I said, cleaning roofs, all these things. This is the things you want to know before starting your business so you can have the most success getting started. And once again, I will point, this channel, I'm not hating on anybody. I'll point you guys in other directions because once again, I'm not the expert. I know a little bit of things. I know enough, obviously. And like I said, I'm geared towards beginners, but follow people like Raymond Notorio. There's a guy, Doug Roker. There's the pressure washing channel or whatever. I forget the exact one, but I'm missing a lot of names right now, but the Heath Phelps. Check out these people. Also, obviously, I have a lot of videos on my channel. Watch them. I have an ebook for beginners. It's only $10 if you want to check it out. I have a course I put together that's only $97. And if you, so if you're interested in any of the resources that I offer, check them out. Whether you buy them or not, I don't care. It's not going to change my life. But I just put things together I think will help people. So if you want to invest in them, support the channel, whatever, the links will be below. And if you are 18, or actually no, if you are 19 years or younger and you're looking to start this business, send me an email at isaiahashleyyt@gmail.com, and I will hook you up with my ebook and the course for free. Just because my heart really goes out to like young people who are trying to do something, because I was that age when I tried to start this business and I had no one who helped me at all. I literally had to learn everything on my own, so I made a ton of mistakes, and I really hate to see people make mistakes or do things that are avoidable. So if you don't have the money or whatever, but you want to start this business and you need some more education, like I said, send me an email. I will give it to you completely for free. I understand what it's like to be 18, 19 years old. I'm 24 now. And if I could go back to that age and avoid a lot of mistakes, even though, like, once again, I'm young, I'm not like in regret mode, but if I could avoid a lot of things, I would have. Like I said, I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes. So yeah, that is on the table. So yes, that's kind of it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, if you have any questions or any type of content you want to see or whatever, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Best of success to everyone who watched this video in 2022, and success with whatever you're doing as far as business goes, your personal health, your relationships, whatever you're looking to achieve in this year. Much success to you. Stay focused. Stay focused, my kings and my queens, if you're watching this video too. man, like there's so much to be achieved and accomplished, and I just want to see people win. So that's that, guys. See you next video. Peace out.